Hey guys, what's up?
Nothing much, Shravani. Just finished with my studies.
Yeah, exams are close by. How are you all guys preparing for it?
It's going to be easy. We can just open our textbooks and copy.
No, Anisha, it sounds so wrong. We should work hard for it.
You're right, Shubham.
Well, working hard is not my cup of tea. Everything is so boring nowadays, especially geography.
Even I'm so pathetic at geography.
Shravani, I also heard you failed in geography. Is it true?
Really?
Yeah, well, to be honest, I don't even care about it. Like, what's even the use of it?
Why do you say that, Shravani? Geography is so important. You see, geography seeks to understand where things are found, why they are there, and how they develop and change over time. We use geography in our day-to-day lives too, like GPS.
You're absolutely correct, Mabel. Geography gives us detailed knowledge about places and environments throughout the world, how ocean currents and water cycles work. It also answers numerous questions about the natural and human world. Life would be extremely difficult without it.
But geography is so confusing. Like, I personally prefer sleeping rather than attending geography class.
Same.
You know, Anisha, if you really pay attention to it, you might find it interesting and funny.
Agreed.
Well, nothing y'all say is going to change my opinion towards geography.
We know that most of you all don't like geography. So we have now prepared a video to help make it much more interesting.
Economic geography. Economic geography is the subfield of human geography which studies economic activity. Economic geography includes location of industries, transportation, international trade, globalization, etc. Paul Krugman is known as the father of economic geography. He is often credited as being one of the pioneering researchers in new trade theory and was also awarded with the Nobel Prize in Economics in 2008. Types of economic geography are Geography of industry. This deals with the location of industries, raw materials used in them, and the distribution of their finished products. Geography of international trade. International trade is basically the exchange of goods among countries across national borders. Geography of resources. A resource is any physical material constituting part of earth that people need and value. They are classified as renewable and non-renewable, natural, human-made and human resources. Geography of transport and communication. It is a branch that investigates movements and connections between people, goods and information on the earth's surface. Geography of finance. This focuses on issues of financial globalization and also the geographic patterns of finance. Economic geography is important as it allows researchers to understand the structure of an area's economy and its economic relations with other areas around the world.
Hello everyone, I am Mabel and today I am going to be presenting on the topic medical geography. Medical geography is concerned with the analysis of spatial patterns of disease and healthcare provisions. John M. Hunter famously defined the field as the application of geographical concepts and techniques to health-related problems. Not a lot of us have heard of medical geography. So here's something. Medical geography is a branch of human geography. It studies the effects of local climate upon health. Let me give you an example. Malaria is not a disease of mountain tops. It lurks lowland, where mosquitoes breed and sting to convey the parasitic agent Plasmodium. Even during present times of coronavirus, medical geography has been of immense use. Importance of medical geography. Medical geography is a very important field because it aims to provide an understanding of health problems and improve the health of people worldwide based on various geographic factors influencing them. Now, here's a very interesting fact. When the disease cholera had gripped London in the year 1848, the English physician John Snow had identified the Broad Street pipe to be the source of outbreak by plotting the deaths on a dot map. Isn't that interesting? Now here's John Snow's map. Hope I have given you some useful information. Thank you.
Geography and everyday life. How does geography affect our daily life? Many geographers today teach and research about concepts that are relevant to everyday life. This geographic knowledge enables us to understand the things we do on a daily or other periodic basis and how everyday actions affect the world around us. This emphasis puts everyday activities in a larger context, notably a spatial one, and by so doing, targets to increase the awareness of our personal lives and activities and their socio-spatial contexts at scales ranging from zone to global. We often assume there is no prerequisite to learn this type of geography because we already know it. Abundant geography is just common sense. See our knife practitioners as they blithely conduct actions that prove beyond doubt that their knife geographic knowledge is false or dreadfully incomplete. Listen to Jeopardy or Who Wants to Be a Millionaire as obvious proof. When do we use geography? Many people refuse to believe that they need to know geographic concepts such as location, place recognition, distance evaluation, distribution membership, and regional context. To illustrate the limitations of this attitude, let us pursue a few examples which illustrate that people dynamically practice geography, even if they are ignorant of what they are doing. Let us jump by simply listing basic geographic tasks we all, at on one occasion or another, seem to perform. Things that you do are geographic. Choose where to live, select which way to go to work, learn where supermarkets, shopping malls, doctor's office, and local schools are located. Choose a place to visit on holidays and figure out how to get there. Understand local and global environmental changes, so you purchase advocate clothing and plan long trips. On a long car trip, estimate where the next town big enough to have a motel will be. Without geography, the world would be a mystery to us. To conclude, I would like to say, geography doesn't just determine whether humans can live in a certain area or not. It also determines people's lifestyles as they adapt to the available food and climate patterns. As humans have migrated across the planet, they have had to adapt to all the changing conditions they were exposed to. Thank you.
Hello, and I am going to be speaking on human geography. More importantly, I'll be highlighting feminist geography. So let's get into the detail or in the core of what is human geography. Human geography or anthropogeography is a branch of geography that is associated and deals with humans and their relations with communities, cultures, economies, and interaction with the environment by studying their relations. There are certain pages and subtopics under this human geography, such as cultural geography, which studies cultures across the world and the similarities and differences between them. Economic geography, as we all know, has economics, which is a country's economy and the means to achieve it, increase it, etc. Feminist geography, and this is the geography which I'll be speaking more about or going in detail later. Political geography studies human government and the subunits and units in it. Urban geography deals with citizens living in urban areas and the urban processes. So, as I said, I'll be speaking on feminist geography. And as the name suggests, it has something to do with feminism. I mean, it's completely based on feminism. Feminist geography is a subdiscipline of human geography that applies the theories, methods, and critiques of feminism to the study of human environment, society, and geographical space. Feminist geography emerged in the 1970s when members of the women's movement called on academia to include women as both producers and subjects of academic work. Back then in 1970s, women were not really included in academia such as research and education, hence something needed to be done to that. Feminist geographers aim to incorporate positions of race, class, ability, and sexuality into the study of geography. Feminist geography concentrates on the construction of gendered identities and differences among women. It examines gender and constructions of nature through cultural, post-structural, post-colonial, as well as writings by women of color, lesbian, gay, and women from third world countries. Feminist geographers must maintain diverse identities to fully engage with the discipline. While feminist geography has addressed gender issues in more than 25 countries across the world, scholarship in the field of geography is primarily conducted by white female scholars from institutions in the global north. In this way, feminist geography faces not only barriers rooted in the academy, but a lack of diversity in its own field. I mean, I bet most of y'all didn't even know that feminism is a part of geography, and hence there's a need of this to arise. So yeah, that's how we come to the end of this, and thank you for listening.
Go. Earth system. The term Earth system refers to Earth's interacting physical, chemical, and biological processes. The system consists of the land, oceans, atmosphere, and poles. It includes the planet's natural cycles, the carbon, water, nitrogen, phosphorus, sulfur, and other cycles, and deep Earth processes. There are four spheres. The first one is atmosphere, which contains air, geosphere, which contains rocks and minerals. The third one is the biosphere, which contains organisms and soils. And the fourth one is the hydrosphere, which contains water and ice. First, we have the atmosphere. The atmosphere is composed of nitrogen, about 78%, oxygen, about 21%, argon, about 0.9%, and carbon dioxide, about 0.03%, and other gases in trace amounts. Oxygen is used by most organisms for respiration. Nitrogen is fixed by bacteria, and lightning to produce ammonia, used in construction of nucleotides and amino acids. And carbon dioxide is used by plants, algae, and cyanobacteria for photosynthesis. The atmosphere helps to protect living organisms from genetic damage by solar, ultraviolet radiation, solar wind, and cosmic rays. Second, we have the biosphere. The biosphere, also known as the ecosphere, is the worldwide sum of all ecosystems. It can also be termed the zone of life on Earth. The biosphere is a virtual closed system with regards to matter with minimal inputs and outputs. With regards to energy, it is an open system with photosynthesis capturing solar energy at a rate of around 130 terawatts. However, it is a self regulating system close to energetic equilibrium. By the most general biophysiological definition, the biosphere is the global ecological system integrating all living beings and their relationships, including their interaction with the elements of the lithosphere, geosphere, hydrosphere, and the atmosphere. The third one we have is the hydrosphere. A hydrosphere is the total amount of water on a planet. The hydrosphere includes water that is the surface of the planet, underground, and in the air. A planet's hydrosphere can be liquid, vapor, or ice. On Earth, liquid water exists on the surface in the forms of oceans, lakes, and rivers. It also exists below ground as groundwater in wells and aquifers. Water vapor is most visible as clouds and fog. The frozen part of Earth's hydrosphere is made of ice, that is glaciers, ice caps, and icebergs. The frozen part of the hydrosphere has its own name, the cryosphere. The fourth and the last one we have is the geosphere. The geosphere is the earth itself, the rocks, minerals, and landforms of the surface and interior more regularly. However, human interaction with the dynamic geosphere comes in the form of surface erosion, our use of arable land for farming, and excavation for the construction of buildings, roads, and mines. So, from this, we conclude that studying the Earth is important as Earth is the only planet which we can survive on. Earth's unique weather and climate makes it just right for life. The existence of life is what sets Earth apart from other planets in our solar system. The atmosphere, the biosphere, the hydrosphere, and the geosphere together interact to make what life it is here on Earth. Thank you.
Hey, with all this information about geography, I think I might have an interest in it.
Yeah, not having the proper knowledge is maybe the reason people hate geography.
Just like we did. Without even knowing what geography exactly is, we decide to hate it.
Yeah, I agree with you. So I hope we were able to change your opinion towards geography. And maybe now you'll start taking an interest in it, just like we did. Thank you.